Hello, everybody. Hi. Hello. There's people in real life. I'm talking to them, not you, Chad. Yeah, see? Feels good. Welcome to once more into the dungeon world. This is the once, and then the other two are the more. So we're starting here. There's two more of these. But today, I'm joined by some lovely people who are going to play my game. I'm Adam Coble. I'm the co-creator of Dungeon World. I'm a Twitch streamer, broadcaster, game master, as you will see tonight. And I will let my friends here introduce themselves because I don't know them well enough to do that. Starting over here with handsome red shirt. He's very tall. Did you know? Probably not. He's sitting down.
My name is Tall, Handsome Red Shirt.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Is that Nordic?
I love it. It's pronounced
It's from the north of
Hjansson.
Ireland, from Donegal. My name is Jake Given. I'm one of the co-founders of Layways Games, creators of Dragoon, Human Era, and yeah, psyched to be here.
Yeah, good. Have you played a role-playing game before?
I have not, but I'm really
Yes,
looking
we're
forward
going to
to it.
destroy you. It'll be perfect. In a good way, the fun kind of destroy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My name's Alyssa Marshall. I am the community manager for Layways Games, so Tall, Handsome Red Shirt is my boss.
Oh, nice. It's okay if you kill him in this game.
I'll be going for someone else first.
Don't look at me like that.
You asked the fucking question!
You can't kill me. I'm God.
Are we allowed to curse?
I believe we just did.
Yeah.
I already asked if this was PG or not.
Yeah. To my left, there's also a table of people.
Hi, I'm Travis McElroy. Hello. I do far too many podcasts. I think 9? That doesn't sound right. It's a lot. It's a lot of them, including The Adventure Zone and My Brother and Me. Thank you.
John Ritter, one of the founders of Layways Games, and I've never played a thing.
What have you been doing?
I don't know.
I don't know why I chose
So if our pregame conversations are anything to be believed, John is going to be the one we're just picking on for the next 2 hours. So it's cool. We love you, John. That's fine. So yeah, we only have two and a half hours for this episode of the Dungeon World. So we're going to do it quick and dirty. It's all improvised. I have done no preparation, probably because I'm lazy and busy. But let's pretend that I did that on purpose instead of just being like, oh shit, GenCon's tomorrow. So to play this role-playing game, the first thing we need to do is choose a class. There are 8 of them. It's the core defining feature of your character, and then we're just gonna rip through the rest of it. We're not doing full character creation. I'm not even gonna give you stats till you need them. So I'm gonna say 8 words, and it's GenCon, so most of you will know what those words mean. But if this wasn't GenCon, there'd be some like, what is that word? That sounds like the name of a car.
I think Travis is cheating.
That's okay.
No, well, I did prep work. I thought we were all nerds here. I have a binder. I brought the book. I didn't know I'd be the nerdliest nerd.
I'm sorry to say.
I did more prep work than you, and you made the game.
That's true. I did all my prep work 3 years ago, so I'm still riding that train. All right, let's pick some classes. So you can be a bard. Bards sing things and tell stories. You can be a cleric. They have a god, and God gives them magic powers, unlike real life. You could be a druid. Druid lets you change your shape into an animal. So if you like animals or you're furry, pick that one. You can be a fighter. I bet you can guess what they do. You could be a paladin. Does anybody not know what a paladin is? Okay.
It's like a nice fighter.
Yeah, right. It's like a cop fighter.
Yeah.
Not that he fights cops. He's a cop. You can be a ranger, which is like Aragorn, basically, if he had a pet that wasn't Frodo.
Wow, you just cast that whole story into a way different light.
Right? Yeah. Frodo's his animal companion, or Boromir, whatever. You can be a thief. They steal things, or you can be a wizard. It's the other kind of magic that doesn't need God. So I guess it's the devil's magic.
Oh, like D&D.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So who wants to be what?
Fighter.
You want to be a fighter? Yep. Yep. Okay. All right. You can be a fighter. That's cool. I'm gonna give you a character
What do you
sheet.
wanna
That's
be?
what this is. You don't need the back of it. You just need the
Do I
front.
have to be a bard?
You don't
It
have
sounds
to.
like you're going to be making fun of me, and I feel like people make fun of bards.
We're gonna make fun of you no matter what you choose.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
It's a very
Thank you.
supportive, making fun of environment.
I'm going to let you guys go first. I'll clean up.
Whatever choice you make is the wrong one, so don't worry about it.
I'll go thief.
You go thief? Okay. I will
Can there only be one of everything?
Yes, there can be only one of each thing. They're like Highlanders, but you can die.
So far we have a thief and a fighter.
A thief and a fighter, yeah.
I'm gonna go with cleric.
No cleric? Okay. All right. Let me.
Was cleric
I mean,
Was there
unless you wanna use-
a murmur? Ooh.
It's for you. Okay.
So it seems like to balance this out, I might need to be a wizard. Would that be helpful?
That's the usual.
If you would like to justify your choices that way, you could, but it really super doesn't matter.
You look more like a furry to me.
I want to be.
Do you want to? Does the idea of turning into a walrus excite or interest you?
Yes.
Or like any other animal?
Well,
I just
Bard
yeah.
can do magic.
We
You
got
could
ourselves
do
a
druid.
druid.
Okay, you want to be a druid?
I want to be a druid.
Okay. All right. Let me give that to you.
Does the paladin have healing?
Yeah. Are you changing your
Do I
mind?
want to be a paladin or a cleric?
Paladin.
It looks like I'm changing my mind.
You have your own sheets there, so why don't you
Thank
use your paladin?
Should I be a bard?
Listen, we're not doing
You
this.
know what?
We're not doing this for the next 2 hours. You've made your decisions. We're done. We're done with this part of the show. Good job. Okay, so the next most important thing is that your character has a name and you have an idea of what they look like. So to make this decision, you're going to need to know what species they are, what race they are. There's an option on the right-hand side of the character sheet. You're probably a human or an elf or a dwarf. And don't worry about not knowing what those mean. I'm going to ask you when we start playing. So if you're like, I have some thoughts about what a dwarf might be a dwarf. So yeah, make that decision, and then just check the thing or circle it or.
You were supposed to bring a pen?
Oh shit!
Thank you. You didn't tell me to bring anything.
I like that Travis just give you a Sharpie for your character sheet. Whatever you choose, it's forever.
I can work with that.
That's it. You're just one of those for all time. Yeah. So you can pick your character's race, and then make up a name for your character. If you can't decide what it is, there's a list of suggestions that I wrote. So don't make fun of them, or I'll be sad. Or do. That's fine. And then there's some options for look. So you can either circle things on that list or write in your own.
I like our underscoring.
Yeah. Yeah. For folks who can't hear this at home, there's some like Ted Nugent-esque noodling going on in the background, so everybody gets a free crossbow.
Good joke.
That was good. That was good.
I was like, is this an audience?
Like a slow burn. That was
Yeah,
good.
the problem is, I'm like, does anybody know that Ted Nugent is a crossbow aficionado, or did I just lob that one right into the back?
Wrong
Yeah, so that's good.
What did you put for 2?
I actually was going to tell you the name because I was really proud of it.
So, how's everybody doing? They're
What
doing.
am I supposed to? I was so busy thinking of my super clever name. What am I supposed to mark down?
Oh, just your look. It's under name on the left there.
Oh,
Yeah, so you can circle and what have you.
No, I'm doing it.
And we won't worry about any of the stats or any of that BS because we just don't have time for mechanisms. I wrote the game, I can do that. I can just change the rules whenever I want. I'm allowed. You can't, though. Okay, you can.
You just changed that rule.
That's right, yeah. That's the great power of being a game master. You may be powerless in every other aspect of your life, but right here, you got it going on.
I'm done.
I'm very proud of you. If you want to skip ahead, if you want to see like an advanced.
Oh, so like I'm in the bluebird group?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
You can choose your alignment.
Ooh,
That's an option.
I already did.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Good.
I
Then-
just kept
overachiever.
going.
Then you're straight up done.
Okay.
You were finished. While the others are completing their
How
homework.
did you get holes punched in yours already?
I own a hole punch.
You're like an adult.
Wow.
Do you have one of those extra long staplers too?
No, but my hole punch is powered.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because this is too hard.
I have a lot to hole punch, you
So,
know.
like-
It would be my whole day.
coal or gasoline powered or.
It's steam.
Nice,
It's a
yeah.
steampunk hole punch.
Right. Steam punch.
Lot of sprockets.
Sure.
Lot of sprockets.
Yeah.
Too many, some might say.
Yeah. I mean, any more than 0 is
Six.
too many. Yeah, that's a lot of
6
sprockets.
sprockets. It's also a good warm-up. 6 sprockets.
6 sprocket steampunk hole punch. I like it. It's good. It's good.
That's my name.
Are
That's my
you-
name.
Oh, good.
No. So I put my name as Bard.
That's confusing.
You're Bard the Druid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Like, listen, if Tolkien can get away with it, you're allowed to. Well, we don't. Hold on. Don't introduce yourself yet. No one cares. Did you choose your alignment?
Yes.
Good. Awesome. Everybody else, are you good?
I don't have a name.
You don't have a name?
I have everything else.
I gave you a list. Just pick one of those and change a syllable. Throw some apostrophes in there. Make your own name, but with 4 extra
It's also
vowels.
little. Why do you choose such little font?
There's a lot of.
Are you 60?
She might be.
You don't know me.
That is becoming evident to me as we play.
Has the game started already?
I don't. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Ask Michael Douglas.
You had to be there. That was before the camera started rolling. We talked a lot about Michael Douglas.
That's when the room was empty and we were entertaining ourselves.
Oh yeah, it was actually before you all got here.
Yeah.
So you know Michael Douglas? He was in Ant-Man, and also a movie
Spoilers,
called
spoilers.
The Game.
Yeah.
So feel free to reference him all weekend.
Yeah.
Anytime someone says, "Do you want to play the game?" you could say, "With Michael Douglas." It will kill him. Oh, it's so funny.
If they've already heard that one, remember there's a rapper named The Game also.
Oh yeah, that's also a good one. And also maybe Game Night. That was a more recent film. You could reference that. And that's it.
It's good. You're done. Okay. Is everybody complete with the things that I told you to do?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, fantastic. So now we're going to introduce our characters. And while everyone else is introducing your characters, actually maybe before they do, take a look at the section on your character sheet that says bonds.
Yep.
And you can note, while they're talking, you're going to fill in the bonds the names of other characters. So these bonds will tell you what your character thinks and feels about the other characters in your party. So as they are describing themselves, you can be like, oh, that sounds interesting, and you can write it down in the little slot there.
Would you like to know both like our characters and their extensive backstory?
I would like to know exactly nothing about your backstory.
Okay.
But I would invite you to let it out during the game.
Okay. It'll come up.
Yeah.
It'll come up.
It'll come up. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, let's start down at this end. So I just tell me your character's name, and you can tell me what your character looks like, and I'll ask you some questions.
All right, cool. So my character, the thief, my name is Malik, and I'm a halfling.
Okay, cool. So when you say you're a halfling, should we envision like short, round, no shoes?
For the most part, although he is on the leaner side of halflings.
Okay, and is that an exception? Like, are you an exceptionally thin halfling, or are all halflings like that?
No, Malik is exceptionally thin.
Okay.
Grown up on the streets.
Ah.
Didn't have a whole lot to eat as a young boy. Mm-hmm. And
So when you say you grew up on the streets, was this the streets of like a human town, or is this like Halflingsburg?
No, this was a human village, well, a little larger than a village, and yeah, I got kicked around a lot. You know, all we thought of was a child, and it was very frustrating. But he managed to eke out a living stealing things because he's a thief.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all
Halfling thief.
coming together.
Kind of a urchin. Now, is this downtroddenness a normal thing for halflings? Do humans treat halflings terribly all the time, everywhere, or are you just exceptionally downtrodden?
I think I'm more the exception. I've definitely seen plenty of other halflings who've come by or traveled through and seem to get along with everybody.
That must have been hard for you. How did that feel?
It was a little rough, I gotta say. I thought that it was because of who I was, and they were judging me based on how my size and my curly hair, and not because I was stealing from them.
Yeah. Did they know about that? Like, have you ever been caught? Did you do time?
Oh, I've been caught all the time.
Were you a little man in the big house?
Not very good. Not very good when I started out. I'd get smacked around, kicked a whole lot. Definitely spent my time in the jails.
Did they accidentally put you in juvenile hall even though you're an adult? They put you in baby jail for babies?
I did manage to talk my way out of a lot of trouble.
Okay.
by pretending that I was a child.
Right. Okay. So smooth talking baby. Got it. Got it. I'm making notes about these things because the silly crap we make up tonight is going to make everybody else in the other two games' job much more difficult. All right, so humans and halflings get along, except for you, because you're a smooth-talking baby, and sometimes you get caught, but that's okay. What is the greatest thing you ever stole? And do you still have it?
I do still have it. It was the head constable. I broke into his very humble abode and took a painting of.
Okay, this
of-
is good. What was it a painting of?
It was a painting of his great ancestor who had founded the town.
Okay,
So it
all
was
right.
hanging up above his mantle, and it was something that he would show off to.
And you still have this?
Oh yeah,
How large is this painting?
it's a little big.
Okay, so you just carry it around on your back as you go on adventures? Or?
I mean, it's stashed somewhere safe.
So you've hidden it away somewhere?
Yeah. I've gotten to know
Like a squirrel.
the sewers below the village pretty
Okay,
well.
perfect. Good. I like it. And so the constable, I assume, is still after you and his painting of his ancestor?
Nobody. This was one of the reasons that this was such a great heist. Is that nobody knows it was me. It was one of the few times that I was like, I
we
didn't
all do,
brag
and
about
they
it.
know, and
Yeah,
they
you
know.
just told everyone.
Just literally just
There's
everyone.
cameras.
The constable is in Twitch chat right now being like, that
What?
fucker.
Oh man!
I was told this was
that painting off the record.
I'm going to write down nobody in big sarcastic quotation marks on my notes. Okay, perfect. Good. All right. So for everybody else, while that description was going on, and as we continue, if there was a slot in your bonds that you're like, oh, that sounds like Malik would fit into that bond, you could write Malik's name in there, and then do the same for the other characters as we introduce them. So I'm going to give you a second. I know that it's hard to write in such small places with such a big marker, but I'm going to give you.
I'm fine.
Dungeon World is powered by spite, so it gets better for us the meaner we are to each other, I guess. Okay, cool. Are you ready to introduce your character?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you can say no. You're allowed, and we could skip
I've
you.
never done this before. So I am the fighter Lakovia. I am
Nice.
also a halfling.
What? Is anyone not a halfling? Are you both halflings?
I'm a human.
You better change it now.
Okay, all right.
Something else.
Lakovia,
Okay.
that's awesome.
You are.
I don't know. What else do you want to know about me? Should I say my alignment?
I mean, if you want to just like wave it around out there, you can. But you can also
No,
keep
it's
it
fine.
secret. What does your character look like? Read your look options. What did you choose?
I am a sprightly halfling with dead eyes, wild hair, and scars.
Like a doll's eye?
So just envision that for a moment. A sprightly halfling with dead eyes. This halfling has seen some shit, kids.
Like a halfling you might tap on the shoulder to ask directions and then say, no, you know what? It's fine. Here we go.
All right, dead-eyed halfling. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a fighter. Where did you learn to fight? Is it fighting by choice or fighting by necessity?
I really don't think that's any of your fucking business.
Whoa. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and.
I'm going to go ahead and write down a bond right there.
Yeah. Just gonna. Okay, good. Secretive. Little bit mean.
Oh, I do have a real question, though. Can I repeat names in the bonds?
You can, yeah. You
Okay.
can have multiple bonds with the same person, but this is the part where I ask questions and not you, so.
We're going to have a talk after this.
We may have some leftover animosity from a LARP we were in last night where she was a huge dick, so.
You were the huge dick. I was
Welcome to the
acting
next 2 hours while we
appropriately
complain
to
about
your
each other.
behavior.
All right, that's fair. That's fair until you tried to kill my mom.
I know. I didn't kill your mom.
In the LARP?
You killed your mom.
Shut the ixnay on the mom stuff. All right, so you were really aggressively defensive about the fighting thing. What is the biggest fight you ever won? What was that you're the proudest of?
I think that fight's yet to come.
Oh, okay.
It might come in
So
this.
you haven't really accomplished anything yet.
Again, none of your fucking business.
Okay, all right. Secretive, dead eyes, does nothing. Okay, all right. That's cool. That's cool. You're gonna go on an adventure today and fight some stuff. Okay, and I guess have you lost any fights? Do you have any fights that you're like, The one that got away, you get your ass whooped, or?
The reason for my dead eyes. But again, not your fucking business.
Okay, you're making my job really hard. All right, nobody knows anything about her. She's a cool, tough loner, smoking a pipe in the corner. Soundtrack goes all minor key when we look at you. Okay, cool. Can I ask you what your favorite weapon is, or are you gonna yell at me again?
Axe.
An axe?
Yeah.
Like a big two-handed
Like a
axe, or like a
berserker
small?
axe.
Okay, all right. And so is the axe like meant for a human, or is it like sized down for a halfling?
I'm gonna say it's sized down for a halfling, but the
Okay.
blade's meant for a human.
So it's like a battle,
So it's
a
like a
huge battle axe with a tiny stick.
It's like a sawed-off shotgun of
It's a sawed-off shotgun. You really gotta choke up on it to make it work.
There's a lot of grip tape.
That's good. That's good. So all right. And was it made for you especially, or did you just like break
I made
off?
it myself, so yes.
Yeah. Okay. Just snapped it off.
Or I revamped it for
Huge
myself.
axe. Okay, cool. Well, you can make a note on your character sheet somewhere, just like you have the painting you stole. You can make a note anywhere, just that you have a huge axe. Just write that down anywhere.
A huge. I already have it marked. Don't
Good.
I have a thing?
Yeah, you got it. Good. You did it. I was just checking in case you hadn't
I'm
done it
so
already.
ahead of you.
You are. Everybody is. That's what happens. Cool. All right. Well, speaking of ahead of the game, Travis, would you like to talk about your character?
Yes.
I feel like I'm going to have the opposite problem. I'm going to have to pump the brakes while we do
Yeah,
that.
that's enough, Travis. My character, the paladin, is named Glow Holy Fist Jr.
Okay. Is your dad Evander Holyfist, or?
No, he is Glow Holy Fist Senior.
Nice. Okay. So the junior is not just an affectation.
Correct.
Okay. Good.
He is fit. His eyes are glowing. His hair is styled.
Are your eyes glowing all the time, or just sometimes?
No, he can't help it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And is this like a visible light? Like if you were in a room and someone turned the lights off, you would.
No, this is more like when you. So he has blue eyes, but in the center there's like this gold sunburst around the pupil, so that when you look at them, you tend to fall into them, much like my own eyes.
I was gonna say, so you're a replicant then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but all of that is genetic. He looks very much like his father, Glow Holy Fist Senior, and even like the career. So Paladin, as I was looking through the thing, seems very much like kind of a holy guard kind of thing. So it's very much like his father probably like retired as like very high up in the Paladin, and like you don't get the name Glow as an adult. Like he was named as a kid, and so like he's kind of grown into this, but he doesn't really like it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not the job he would have chosen for himself.
What would you rather be doing?
He would like to be a painter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Pretty sad when you think about it.
Okay.
And he's
Okay.
kind of a pacifist, and all three of those things start with P. I know.
Okay. All right. So you wish you were a painter, but you're a paladin because you feel beholden to your familial lineage.
Yeah, it was the kind of thing where, like, starting as a child, he was doing, training and going to, I wanted to say temple, but that sounds wrong. He was going to whatever holy place.
You're
the
a paladin now. Look how
Yeah. But he would go and study, and it was like by the time he kind of was old enough to feel like he should say something, he was way past the point of learning a new trade or learning something else. So it was more as like where a lot of the other paladins came to it based on faith, he was more in it because he didn't really have a choice.
So I guess that's the question, right? Like paladins have a holy imperative to do their quests, but do you like believe in the God that gives you power, or is it just comes from like a natural kind of source of goodness in the world?
So that's the thing. It's like for him, because in this world there actually is an outcome of faith, it's hard for him to decide where faith begins and where actual knowledge is.
Okay.
Because he knows it works. He's done it since he was a kid, and by the time he was able to question it, he had already seen faith create the action. So it's hard to question faith when you have seen the result of faith. So he's not sure, but
So
he
is-
is a good person.
Is divine? Well, that remains to be seen.
No, I wrote it down. Alignment, good.
There you go, unequivocal. It does not remain to be seen.
Yeah,
We've seen.
he's good.
Yeah.
Says so right there.
You gotta love fantasy RPGs.
Good.
It's, cool. Why are you beating up that homeless person? I'm good. Whatever I do is fine.
I know, but it was the right thing
Please
to do at
put
the
down
time.
that bag of kittens. I'm good.
I'm good.
So is divine magic something that like anyone can do, or do you have to like practice? Like could someone pray to one of the gods and get a result even if they weren't trained as a paladin?
Yeah,
or
I
cleric?
would say at this point, like, he does have an issue where if he, like, thinks about it too hard, he has a hard time finding that. But I think so the way I look at it, and this is Travis McElroy, the player, not Glow Holyfist Jr., the imaginary person, is that, like, with any kind of magic, a lot of it's on faith, right? Because you would sit there and say, I know this thing's going to happen when I do it. And if you don't have that confidence when you start doing it, the character wouldn't be able to do it.
Okay.
So I think for him, his faith is in himself, but I don't think he knows that.
Right.
So I think that it's still tied very much to the church and to the god, and that's the channel. But really, it's his own confidence that powers his magic.
Okay, cool. So before we move on, I feel like I have a pretty good psychological understanding of this character. I feel like I've got a good handle on, all the feelings and what have you. Let's talk about the D&D shit. Do you have a special weapon or a shield or armor that you're particularly proud of?
I would say that he has his father's longsword.
Okay.
And I will also say, I would say that the kind of lineage goes way past his father to like grandfather and great-grandfather and that kind of thing. So like, I think the hilt is the same and like new blade, and so it's kind of like a graduation present to each generation is this new forged blade on like the family hilt.
Does your family have any enemies?
Yes.
Okay.
The Dark Fists.
Perfect. Good. All
They,
right.
at one point, were our cousins, but we've grown apart.
Cool.
I mean, we still get together at the reunions, but it's tense. It's not great. The egg toss is fun.
Excellent. All right. The dark fist clan.
Yes, the Dark
Good.
Fist and the Holy Fist.
Got it. Sure. Perfect.
I'm not proud of myself, but I am.
You say things and you can't take them back.
Yeah, it's just there. You open your mouth and you expect gold, and out comes poop, and it's fine. Just where you're at today.
It's on the paper.
Move on. Yeah, that's right. We got it. All right. So last but not least, our druid. What is your character's name?
Bard, still.
Yep. Okay. Good. I just wanted to give you lots of time to rethink that decision.
Yep.
But
I didn't
it's
cross
so
it out.
good.
It's just still here.
here we are, and you
So
haven't.
good.
I'm gonna have to tell if anybody plays a bard in the next game that their name has to be Druid, or like Drew. Yeah, like Drew at least. It's short for.
Do you want the Bard's last name?
Yeah, sure.
Dark Fist.
But are we cool?
You
Okay.
said you'd never played a role-playing game before. Excellent. All right, Bard Darkfist.
What a great name! I thought I would win with the Glow Holy Fist.
You gave me too much setup here.
It's
You
so
gave me so much
good.
That's great. Okay. All right. So what does Bard Darkfist look like? I assume you're human then.
I'm a human giant.
Oh wow. Okay. Good. Excellent. So this.
Okay, so am I. Go back.
This train's left the station. Okay, so that's cool. What inadvertently what John is doing is playing the advanced version of Dungeon World, where you look at what's on the sheet and you're like, no, I'm better than Adam, so I'm gonna just make up my own shit. So when we say giant, how giant are we talking here? Bard Darkfist.
10 feet.
Okay, all right. It's a big fist.
I was gonna support you throughout the game. Not now.
Can I still use your dice?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're huge. That's good. That's a good
Yeah.
start. What else do you look like? There's more to you than the fact that you're 10 feet
Yeah.
tall.
I have long white hair.
Okay. So you're giant Edgar Winters. Okay.
My eyes are big but tired.
Okay. Big but tired. That's on my dating profile.
And as a druid, I sometimes have clothes unless I shift into something and then I lose my clothes and then.
Is that
You
how
have
that
a
works?
loincloth.
Your
Yeah.
clothes just like
yeah,
fly
so
off
it's
of
like
you,
the
or-
Hulk, right? But he has regenerating shorts apparently. So
That was actually the next question: was do your shorts regenerate?
no, I got one set.
Okay, so you just have the one pair.
So if I
I'm gonna
shift
write,
into something bigger than 10 feet tall,
okay,
I
write
would
down
lose that set.
one shorts on your
One
inventory.
short.
Are they cut-offs or are they zip-offs? Those are the only two options.
They're tearaways. So what we'll do is every time you shapeshift, I'll get you to roll to see if your shorts are salvageable or not.
Fair.
And then they're semi-ablative. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Good. So one shorts.
But
big.
if I transform into like a T-Rex or something, they're obliterated.
I mean, we don't know how resilient these shorts are.
Okay, all right.
That's
all right.
fine. Don't underestimate them. They're elven shorts.
Okay.
One short.
One shorts.
You got them from
Elven.
Galadriel. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So you're a giant. Is that normal? Are all the Dark Fists enormous, or are you just like
Yes.
big cousin Bard?
No.
They
yes.
all are?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm gonna make that note too. Giants.
You know what? I will say they think they are. Some are bigger than others. Some are actually shorter than me. But they won't say that. They wear lifts. It's the whole thing.
Okay, all right.
It's what caused the rift in the first place.
You know what? I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Giant Dark Fists, good. So let's talk about your druidness. So where are you from? What part of the world? What is the sort of? There's a list on there if you want to pick one of those, but you could just describe it to me. This will help us understand what kinds of animals you can turn into.
Yeah.
Like if you say I'm from an island, a tropical island archipelago, and then later you're like I turn into an elephant, I'm gonna be like,
How?
no, get out of
Okay.
here.
Okay.
You can't, because it's what you're familiar with.
This is the southernmost part of a peninsula
Okay.
in a semi-warm climate.
Okay, semi-warm peninsular giants. And is this the traditional home of the Darkfist clan, or are you a wide wanderer?
No, I'm not with them.
Oh, is there like a rift between you?
There's
and
no
the-
rift. Like I mean, kind of. I mean, they called me Bard Darkfist. My parents had expectations for me.
Oh, I see. And you became a druid.
Yeah.
Oh, we're dealing with a lot of family shit here.
Yeah. I like it. We got this.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. I understand. It's new. This is new.
A few adventures will heal.
Okay. All right. So
I
you-
didn't take that personally. I understand that that's Bard and Glow. I get that. It's tough.
We'll see.
So
We
I-
both sound like Netflix shows, though. So that's,
Right. So what is the expectation that you would become a bard? Is that normal? Are there a lot of musicians among the Darkfist clan, and you've like gone on your own way?
The parents tend to put their expectations or things they didn't achieve on their children. They did that to me. And
It seems like both the Holy Fist and Dark Fist just name their kids whatever they want them to be.
yeah, we're more alike than we are different if you think about it.
I was gonna say there's probably a lot of kids in your family named Rich.
Yeah. Successful Glow.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't
exactly.
work.
Okay, cool. All right, so you went off on your own. You did you try to be a bard, or did you just say like, no, mom?
no, I realized that
giant
I
dad."
could shapeshift.
Oh, this is a natural talent.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Screw music. I'm a dog.
my parents wanted me to be a musician, but I just said I can do this. So
Yeah. Why play the lute when you can turn into a whale?
exactly.
Okay.
You could do both.
Single
Okay.
track. I'm a simple. human
Okay,
giant.
so you're a natural shapeshifter, and you went off. Did anybody like mentor you? Do you have like a tutor? Is there another?
No, I
druid
was
that
just
taught you
good.
the way? Okay,
I was just good.
you're just good at it, just
Yeah.
naturally talented.
I'm like LeBron James of druids.
Good, excellent. I'm gonna write that down. I am-
My allegiance may shift throughout the game,
right, okay.
depending on where I can be most successful.
So what's happening here is that often when new players don't know what to do, they'll just base their character on someone else, like a basketball player, I guess.
No, he's not based on a basketball, just that aspect.
Anybody
LeBron
want to be
James is
Wayne
not
Gretzky?
10 feet tall.
Like Wayne Gretzky, anybody?
He's
No?
pretty tall, though. I mean, as people go, LeBron James is very
it's true.
tall.
It's true. He also doesn't have long white hair.
That's
Not yet. You know, everybody ages.
Yeah, by
True.
the end of this chat, I demand a Photoshop. Someone make that happen for me. Okay, cool. So natural shapeshifter, you left. You I assume have not gone back to your home
No.
because you're
No.
Are you ashamed, or are you just like you're not? How do you feel?
I just don't want to deal with it. I just don't want to deal with the BS. You know?
Okay,
I
all right.
don't wanna- I know about the fight with the Holy Fists.
So I have
But
a question.
I stuck around long enough to.
Yeah, I have a question for the halfling side of the table.
Mm-hmm.
In what ways have the halflings benefited from the split between the holy and dark fists?
That's a great question. I have gotten to know Bard pretty well in town, and we've kind of got this little game going
Oh, good.
where he will shift into an animal, like a dog or a wolf or a coyote, something, and run into the Glowfist's estate. and they don't know what to do with him because there's this coyote. What are we gonna do? But I
I'm
just
imagining a
happened.
family of paladins chasing a coyote around their yard. Get him! He's getting into the horses.
Jason Glow. No, Father. I'd rather paint. No.
But I just happen, by coincidence, to be right there nearby and know exactly what to do to get rid of this dog, coyote, what have you.
Oh, okay. You're a professional halfling dog coyote
Wrangler.
Wrangler. Yeah.
Right.
And have we been paying you for this? Like, thank you. Here's some coin for getting rid of the dog.
Exactly.
Every day for the last 3 weeks. It's so lucky you're around. If only we could figure out a door or something.
One of these days we'll build this gate.
Yeah. That's good. I like it.
But who has the time?
Excellent. Okay. Well, so that sounded to me like a bond. So do you want to read? Do you have your other ones filled out?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me your next one, and we'll talk about them as a group.
Well, I also stole something from Glow.
Oh damn. Damn. What did this little halfling steal from you, Glow?
That's a good question. I'm going to say my favorite belt. It's a really cool belt, you guys.
Okay. Is it like?
It was engraved. It had my name in the buckle. It was really cool.
Okay.
I got it for my bar mitzvah. It's really great.
Okay. All right.
From my gammy. My gammy gave it to me on my bar mitzvah, and
Okay.
he stole it.
Good. All right. Cool. Do you still have
My
it? or-
bard mitzvah. Excuse me. My bard mitzvah. Let's go back. Let's try again. Thank you. So my bard mitzvah.
So do you still have this this belt? This
I
Glow's
actually don't.
Okay.
I didn't steal it because out of maliciousness or because I really liked the belt. It was kind of out of necessity. I needed basically a rope to get in and out of a second-story building, and I was out of rope, and the shops were closed. I could have broken in and stolen some because I'm pretty good, but we were.
But you were already ripping off the Glow's family.
And
so.
his belt
stole
is enormous.
my gammy's belt.
It's an enormous belt. Who needs rope when you got a belt that's human sized?
It is too long. It wrapped around me 3 times. I didn't have the heart to tell Gammy.
I would
I would have liked that belt. That belt would have been great.
Did they make it for a dark fist? And
I didn't.
mistake which.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, she gave it to me, but I felt like it was regifted, you know? Even though it did say Glow on it, and I was like, it doesn't sound good.
I wonder if your gammy accidentally
Well, because I think if we're
maybe,
cousins, it might be the same Gammy.
we'll have to figure out.
We'll get there.
know.
You know, this is part of the game.
Yeah.
Start the family
Figuring out
tree.
whose Gammy is whose. It's one of the biggest things in any role. It's RPG and the G is Gammy.
Yeah. Role playing grand. Okay. All right. What else you got?
You've always got to have somebody to when things get rough, you always got to be able to rely on somebody to get your back. And for me, that is my halfling friend, Lakovia.
Lukovia, is Malik correct in assuming that you have his back, or is he fooling himself in thinking he can count on you?
No, he's correct.
Like
We're
for
buds.
for real correct, or are you lying to me about that? I'm just checking.
Not your business.
Okay. All right.
That's between Malik and I.
There's a vague halfling-shaped blob in my imagination over here. I don't think I've ever played a role-playing game as the GM and been like, tell me about your character, and have someone be like, fuck you. I'm not gonna. What's my strength? Get out of here.
Yeah. That's my strength.
Yeah. How many points do you have? And shut up, Adam. Okay. All right. Mysterious. I understand. I see it. Okay. All right. Is that all your bonds, or you have more?
Well, I got one more, and that's
Yeah.
Lakovia also knows some pretty incriminating details about me and my life, but it's cool though because she's super closed-mouthed. So
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna tell anybody.
I would ask
But
you
she
to
could.
confirm that for me, but I know where that's going to go, so I'm not going to. I've learned my lesson to just assume. Okay. All right, cool. So you two are you're pretty tight. Do you have bonds with Malik?
I do have bonds with Malik.
Okay.
I do worry that Malik has gotten too accustomed to his thievery and doesn't truly know how to fight. So I think he is possibly a bit weak right now. But I want to take him under my wing, and I want him to be stronger.
Yeah, you want to teach him how to fight?
Yeah.
Cool.
I do.
Nice.
I do.
Okay, good. And what are your other bonds?
I have sworn to protect Glow Holy Fist Jr.
Oh, damn. You are Glow's sworn halfling protector? How do you feel about that, Glow?
Flattered.
Yeah, right?
Flattered.
Is this like a normal halfling human type of relationship, or is there like a special reason
No,
you've
there's
sworn
a
yourself?
special reason. There is.
Can I please ask you what
If
it
you
is?
don't tell him, at least tell me.
Can someone know? I'll plug my ears if you don't want me to know. You tell them. But
So Glow Holy Fist Jr.'s new-founded love of art is the only thing that brings light into my dead eyes.
it's beautiful.
That's so nice.
So I've sworn to protect him. His art needs to live on. It's the only thing that makes me feel.
That's good. It's a little outside the scope of the game, but I like it. It's good. We're
I
not
do
actually.
very much like that, because like I said, Glow is a passive, like he doesn't like to fight if he can help it. So I love the idea of him being like, I don't, and then look over and just like jumping like, I got it.
I'm completely okay with this game just being like a weird art show soap opera thing. We don't have
This
to.
piece.
We don't have to do any of the stuff I wrote in this game that I made. That's cool. Okay.
Paint's
all
not
right.
dry. Fend them off.
Yeah.
I have to finish the blues. I have to paint in some happy trees.
Okay. All right. What else you got? What other
I got
bonds?
one more.
Okay.
Bard owes me their life, whether they'll admit it or not.
Will you admit it, Bard?
No.
No.
Yeah, of course you won't.
Or not. Got it. Okay. Why? Did you save Bard from something?
I didn't save Bard. I saved his father. I was there at the great dispute between the Dark Fist and the Holy Fist.
I love it. Okay.
That was
so the,
Reunion 08, I believe.
okay. So is there a name?
Nasty.
Is there a name for this this event? When they.
Reunion 08.
Okay. All right.
I was there. I was working security.
The great fist rift. Okay.
The fist off.
The fisting.
Here it comes. All
Can it be
right.
called- Can it be called the fisting?
Okay.
Yes.
It
All
sure
right.
can.
So
And that's what our t-shirts always said. I got fisted at the end. And it's like, oh, but Gammy made him. We didn't have to hard to tell.
I got
her.
fisted in 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, Gammy, there's a whole other meaning. And she's like, what do you mean? We're like, oh, don't worry about it.
yeah, weird Uncle Johnny still wears that shirt every chance he
Yeah.
gets. You go down to the IHOP and you're like, John, come on.
We just have to wear it for today.
Okay.
He
All right.
doesn't have that much long left.
So you were working security at this event, and something went horribly wrong, and you had to save. Help me understand this, please.
Well, Bard's father was entirely inebriated.
Sounds
Okay,
about
did
right.
Bard? What's your dad's name? Does your dad have a name? Do we decide that? Do you want me to name some other D&D classes? He could be alchemist or a ranger or.
Or he could be respected Dark Fist.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We could be named Marlin if you want.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Let me noodle on that.
You want to think on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
all
Noodle
right.
Dark Fist? Was that his name?
Noodle's a good one. Too.
Noodle
Dark Fist.
Noodle.
There we
Perfect.
go.
All right.
We want him to be a pasta chef.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. He's huge too. He's a 10-foot tall giant named Noodle.
No.
He's an alchemist.
Okay.
He's an alchemist,
Okay.
and he can make noodles.
Out of what?
Whatever he
Out of
wants.
gold.
Whatever he wants.
Probably darkness, I guess.
Right.
or- okay. All right. Noodle.
Please
dark-
don't turn that into. That was my last plate.
I mean, this
What
is
am I gonna eat the noodles on?
this is a solution to your coyote problem.
That's true.
All right. So you saved Noodle because you were
Yeah.
security at Reunion 08.
Yeah, he was trying to saddle up his horse and drive home.
Wait. Okay. Hold on. This man is 10 feet tall. How big is this horse?
2 feet tall.
Okay.
I was the horse.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's how you saved
Born.
it. Now, when you turn into an animal, do you turn into a normal size animal, or do you turn into a giant version of the animal?
Giant version.
Okay. So you can't be like a
So
small.
you're pretty identifiable as like that giant coyote.
Right.
Will someone catch the 10-foot coyote? I got it.
All right. He was drunk. Tried to ride.
His son.
But yeah, tried to ride Bard at Fist Fest. I'm just imagining juggalos now. I don't know. I need help.
Maybe.
To ride Bard. Okay. And so how did you do that? Did you have to use lethal force on Noodle, or was this like?
No, but it was raining really hard, and there was a landslide, and he almost got caught in it, and I saved him. And then he died of old age and natural causes, so his debt is passed on to you.
But not while you were saving. It's not like I saved you. Hey, you're super old.
I really like how it escalated too, where he was drunk. He was trying to get on his horse, and the horse was his kid, and then there was an earthquake and a landslide. Then he died of old age.
How much time was there between the landslide and the old age death?
I don't know, like 6 years?
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
some time.
Yeah,
That's an extremely
He also
long
ate some
earthquake.
meat.
No.
Okay.
No.
Noodles.
I'm gonna
But
write
he
down.
never repaid his debt, and now his debt's passed on to this one.
Okay, so I'm gonna write down 6-year-long earthquake. So we're just coming out of this horrific. So that would
The
mean
earthquake
that.
was called the fisting.
Let's see. So
They call
So
it the
it's-
Rift Fist.
it's 14. It's the year 14 now.
It was 08
before. Right. Okay.
The world just started.
Okay.
We're all 14 years old.
So there was 8 years of peace, and then the Dark Fists and the Holy Fists separated, and there was a 6-year-long earthquake.
Well, actually,
okay.
So a lot of people will measure time as like 1 million BF before fisting.
Right.
And that's,
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
it
So,
all leads up to that.
all right. So the 6-year-long earthquake just ended with the death of old age of Noodle, the patriarch of the Dark Fist clan.
Yeah, you're getting this, right?
Okay. Yeah. This is great.
Goals.
I'm super excited
These
about
noodles.
trying to explain this to the next group. Okay. All right. So maybe that's a good setting. We'll keep going with the bonds, but maybe that's a good setting for our little foofara, right? Is like the funeral of Noodle Darkfist, and you've returned from your wide wandering to I don't know, pay homage or pee on his grave or whatever. I don't know. It's your call. I'm not gonna play your character for you. Okay, cool. Are we good with bonds? You were
Yeah.
bonded out. Okay.
So obvious bond. Malik catches dogs for us. But I will say that it's the kind of thing where like everybody else kind of reacts to the dogs, whereas I think Glow just kind of is like, oh, that's funny. Like enjoys it, isn't dumb. Is the kind of thing where it's like, I think the lack of pride makes it easier to see the joke as opposed to like when it's like, getting all like ruffled and upset about it. So I think it's more just like, oh, they're back again.
Right.
14th day in a row. when will Dad catch on? And I will say, Lakovia is the only person I can talk to, is what I have put down.
Makes sense.
Yes, because she appreciates my art, and I can talk about like how, I don't want to be another Glowfist paladin, and I don't enjoy this life, and I wish that I could spend some time just really finding me.
Yeah.
And I put down, Bard is a brave soul. I have much to learn from them. Because Bard rebelled against the expectation of his parents and went off to do what he wanted to do. And I think that that is something that even though the Dark Fists and the Holy Fists don't get along, I think that that's something that Glow very much respects about Bard and wishes that he had had the courage to do the same.
To go your own way. I like it. Cool. So have you been in contact with Bard Darkfist during this time of self-discovery?
Yeah, we email.
Your
I
friends
think
on Facebook, maybe
whatever
don't
the
talk that
version
much.
of magical Facebook is,
Okay.
I think I like a lot of his posts, and like every so often, maybe he likes one of mine, but then like 2 hours later undoes the like, and I'm like, okay.
And you're neurotic enough to notice that.
Oh, I know. Oh, Glow notices because he posts a lot of his like paintings and stuff on whatever this magical Facebook is,
yeah.
and it's just like, oh, please somebody like it. Lakobi is the only one who ever likes them.
Are halflings allowed on the human magical Facebook?
She
It's
made
not
a
under
fake
my name.
profile.
It's not under my name.
Good.
I'm glad we both picked the same place.
Right. So you there's a height marker on the profile, and you
He
have to
must be
put.
this tall to be on
I
Fantasy
made it
Facebook.
specifically to like his artwork.
And I appreciate
I'm
that a
supporting
lot.
his career.
Right. So your name is like Glowfan48. Cool. All right. Good. Okay. Cool. So we have a magical Facebook now. That happened. Gnomes.
Whatever. I'm not creative enough to come up with it is. You'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine the coolest thing, and that's
It's
what
that.
it is.
Like a magical book that you look in. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. It's irrelevant. It happens off screen. Okay, cool. Last but not least, Bard, do you have your your bonds prepared?
Yeah, I got some.
All right, tell me
Got
about them.
some. So Malik, I'm tired of this wolf scam shit. I'm getting tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm worn out. I've been doing it for 14 days.
Straight, same time, every day, 2 p.m., dog.
I'm making money, but I feel like he's holding back some money. And yeah, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
It takes energy to turn into a big human giant.
I wouldn't know.
wolf.
I can't do it. But thank you for sharing that with me.
It
That's
does.
good.
It,
Okay.
it makes me a little tired.
Okay.
14 days in a row.
Right, right. Hence the big but tired.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I like that. So we understand now why you're tired.
Yeah.
Because the man's keeping you down. Even though he's only like 2 feet
I was
tall.
gonna say, is the man Malik? Okay.
To work.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Be a dog.
Yeah, I'm
to be a dog.
I'm liking the developing Marxist rhetoric we got
Yeah,
going on
yep,
here. That's
yep.
nice. Yeah, cool. Okay, all right.
Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow?
You said the sweat of his dog? I mean,
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
Is a man not entitled to the hair of the dog? That's a terrible joke.
Even though I owe you a debt, right?
Your life.
My life. Okay. I actually put your name in the first line here, which said Wachovia smells more like prey than a fighter.
Oh, okay.
So
So you think that this is all just like a mask for a deeper insecurity?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Dungeon World, it's like group therapy. But for people who aren't real. Okay,
Aren't we all not real?
right, of course.
You're real. Don't freak out if any of you are super stoned. You're real. And I can see you through your computer screen.
What if humans are just dire halflings? So, all right, what else you got?
I got nothing else.
That's it, you're
Everyone
good?
else filled in gaps. But
You got no bond with me? All right.
No.
That's
I
fine.
know things about you.
Okay.
All right.
It's threatening, but also reassuring.
So we need a name for the town, the pile of rubble post 6-year-long earthquake. We need a name for our Sim City 2000 here. What do we want to call it?
Fistington?
All right, we'll go with the first thing that anyone said.
Now
So is it
name
the
a
dark fists or
profession.
the light fists that own the town?
Okay. Yeah. Well, it used to be called Fisting Town, and it slowly evolved
Yeah.
to Fistington.
Not because of us. Completely unrelated.
Yeah.
But we get asked
Yeah.
that all the time.
Yeah, who was named first?
Right.
The various fist families or the town? We'll never know. We'll never know.
I know.
Wink. Okay, all right. So we begin, I think, on a nice long establishing shot of the ruins of Fistington. People have spent the last 6 years building homes and then having the earthquake knock them down, and then building them again and having them knock them down. The place is a ruin amassed with...
But the schools are great.
Yeah, right, yeah, right. If you like learning in a pile of rubble. Yeah, a lot of architecture going on here and then coming to a ruin. Is there anything in the town that like survived the 6-year earthquake? Is there anything like stout enough that it didn't get?
I feel like
Cracked over.
a church, like there would be some kind of, but not a church, but more like a central hub, like a city hall slash, church slash meeting place. You know what I mean? Like just kind of your general congregation building.
Okay, and is
Which
this
it also is where they do have the jail cells for the town, unfortunately.
You're still in and out.
Yeah, still in and out.
I like how it's become like everything is knocked down except this one building, and everyone's like, yeah, but everything is there.
Well, I think about it a lot like a mission, right? Like that was the thing they built first, and then the town kind of expanded out around it. So it had places for worship and and it was like this existed, and literally everything else is built off of it. So like everything is kind of building against it, and it holds it all in place.
Okay, yeah, I dig it. Okay, so since the end of the earthquake, the priests of this temple have come out to the city and said, prepare ye for a feast and a celebration. The great 6-year-long earthquake is over. This is a time of reunification and of peace. We will rebuild Fistington I'm going to keep saying it. And if you keep giggling, I'm going to giggle.
We're going to
They're gonna
normalize
giggle.
this.
Yeah, come on. It's fine. It's normal. We have a planet named Uranus. Come on. So So they're gonna rebuild. The priests have come out. They've delivered this prognostication to say that the time of peace has come. They've ring the peacing bell, and as a symbol, they have called forth in I think six days, 1 day for every earthquake. In 6 days, there will be a celebration of peace, during which the holy fists and the dark fists are to come and to perform a ritual together to bind them back again, to like fix the terribleness that has once happened. And as part of this ritual, everyone is being asked to contribute either food for the feast, gold as a sacrifice to the gods, and so as you can imagine, Malik, this place is becoming quite ripe for the picking. Everyone is bringing in their prized possessions, things to show off. There's going to be an exhibition, perhaps with some art to be prepared. It's like I wrote down the thing that you
But
said.
I make art.
I know. That's how it works. And so I guess you've been around for 2 weeks already, like scamming with this guy. Is that as long as you've been in Fistington, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
14 days.
How did you get him like this bumpkin right away? Like he just showed up and you're like, hey, what's up? Do this scam with me. Did you?
I needed money. I've been gone for a while, slumming it.
Yeah, you didn't need money out in the wilds, but here
No.
in the rubble of Fistington, there's the rubble merchants and the rubble restaurants.
It's good rubble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rubble soup.
Yeah.
I happened to be like hanging out on it, just like chilling by a tree on the edge of town.
The tree was knocked over.
Yeah. When he was returning, just 14 days ago.
Yeah.
But he was returning as a giant wolf.
Okay.
And I was like, it was like, oh my God, there's a giant wolf coming to this town. This is terrible. And when he got to the edge of the town, he turned into a giant man.
Okay. Well, so let's.
And the wolf had shorts on, which was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But he just rolled super good.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
We
from,
finally.
it was
I
coming
mean,
head on.
it happened off screen, so we'll never know for sure. But we did finally find out how dogs wear pants. But we'll never tell. Yeah, we'll never tell you. It's all up here. Okay, well, so let's do some sort of like introductory scenes of the characters kind of preparing for this thing. So Malik, you have this big opportunity that you could rob the Church of Fistington of all these treasures and finally be done of this bullshit town. Who do you share that plan with? Or do you go to your sometimes dog, sometimes friend, Bard?
No.
Bard dog?
No. I go to Lacovia.
Okay, all right. So where do the two of you meet?
Well, at the local tavern.
The rubble of the local
The
tavern.
rubble of the local tavern. They still got bottles. They import
Okay,
bottles.
all right.
I picture that like all the furniture is still there, like but all the walls are still down. Like, come in.
Everyone walks through the doorway, but there's no doorway.
You can step over, but it's rude.
There's just no rubble there.
We don't acknowledge the earthquakes.
What can I get you? Oh, that's all broken.
Right.
There's just enough left at the bottom of every broken bottle. Okay, so the two of you are in the tavern. There's a tavern keeper who is polishing a broken in half bar and putting away broken glasses. There's rubble strewn all about. There's a table with a big block in the middle of it, and the two of you are sitting there talking. And I guess you're coming to Lacovia with this plan.
Yeah. So everybody in town, they're looking for food, appetizers, drinks, whatever, but they're also looking for all this gold to sacrifice to the gods, right? So obviously we can't take all of it because then they're getting suspicious. But when they put all of that gold together into that one big altar pile, some of it can get a little bit siphoned off, right? And we don't need a ton to get us out of this town, but enough. Right, I mean half of it, maybe 3/4 of it.
Well,
We don't need to be greedy.
No, we don't need to be greedy. We also got to be discreet.
Oh, I'm the master of discreet.
3/4.
Half, okay, fine. But what we need is a distraction, okay? And I think that's where you're gonna come in. Now there's gonna be obviously the rejoicing and the joining of the two houses. I need you to make a toast.
A toast. I'm there as security.
Yeah, but every security guard really wants to
Why
be able
don't
to.
you get your bard friend to turn into a little coyote or something?
No, he's getting suspicious because I've been stiffing him on the dog game.
Well, stop stiffing him.
Can I walk around the corner right now?
Yeah, you want to come in?
Yeah,
okay,
I wanna come in.
we have to do a couple of things first.
Yeah.
So First of all, in what shape do you come in? Are you just walking
Me
in?
lumbering.
As
I just turn the corner.
All right, let's make a shorts check. So roll 2d6, and it's not. I don't think it's based on any stat because it doesn't matter. These are about the shorts, not about you.
Yep.
And I'll explain the mechanism. So when we roll dice in this game, we roll 2d6. Usually we'll add or subtract something.
Yep.
If you get a 6 or less, then I get to do something bad to you.
Okay.
If you roll a 7 and 9, then you get what you wanted. In this case, the shorts survive, but it's at a cost. There's like a cost or an additional something that
But
happens.
I'm not transforming. I
And
just
if
always
you,
have to
I
do a
know.
shorts check.
This is the pre-check on the shorts. They may just show up ruined.
Okay, okay.
If you get a 10 or better, then it happens, and there's some additional benefit. You're looking particularly spicy in those shorts today. So go ahead and roll those 2d6. Let's make a shorts check. You tell me what you get.
10.
Yeah, baby. All right, looking good. Tell me what you look like walking in, and also like, do you have like entry? If there was a soundtrack, do you have like entry music?
Is
with
this
your shorts on?
a spicy roll?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. You got a 10 or better.
You did good.
Okay, I got
Those are
spicy
some
shorts.
damn fine shorts,
Yeah.
son.
Okay, they're freshly pressed,
Okay.
right? They're elven, freshly pressed shorts.
Yeah.
Above the knee or below?
Above with a cuff.
Ooh.
Cuff.
Okay.
They got a cuff. And
Okay.
they're light blue.
Yeah.
What music? Any music suggestions?
They're as stumped as you are. You
No,
just
because I don't like music. I'm
Barred
not,
to the bone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, bye.
I don't like music.
Right. So silence.
So
Just-
silence. Just
Okay.
silence.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
I was imagining the music was not for you, but like for the audience to imagine. But that's cool if it was in real life music.
I like the idea that there has been like some murmur, and then you walk in and literal silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I turn the corner and I look at them.
There's a band on stage trying to play broken instruments that were damaged in the earthquakes, and they flee. They see you and they know how much you hate music. They're like, oh, that's Bard, who ironically hates music.
Yeah.
And they flee. They don't like irony.
Yep.
They're like they're like Alanis Morissette that way. Okay, so you see your friend, your dear friend and shapeshifter Bard walk in.
Oh, hey, Bard.
Hi.
Hey, can I get you a drink?
No.
Cool.
Get over here.
No.
Solid improv so far.
I mean, I'm 10 feet tall. She's 2.
No, you're doing great.
I mean,
I love
hold
it.
on. So would you like to try to intimidate Bard into doing what you say? Because God knows I'm terrified of you.
Yeah.
You didn't even roll
It's
it.
too early.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna hold back
I'm gonna
on that
hold
one,
back.
but you're ready for it.
I'll
Okay.
hold back.
All right. So there's like an awkward moment with the two of you at opposite ends of this ruined bar. The squeak of the bartender's cloth highlights.
Why does he get
I heard
splinters?
you're poor.
Listen, he's only got one animation, and he just does it forever. There's no bar. His hand is just a shredded ruin. It's tragic, really. Yeah.
But you know it's humble. I'm not just nice about
If you
it.
look at him, he says,
Real
"Welcome."
hardworking Fistingtons.
Yeah. You look at him, and he says, "Welcome to Fistington," and just keeps rubbing the bar. Can I get a drink? He's like,
Smiles as tears roll down his face.
"Welcome to Fistington." He
Beer?
can't stop.
Welcome to Fisting.
Yeah. No, he's a broken man. Everybody shut up. The story's about him now. So
He was the mayor.
yeah, that's right. All right. So the three of you are there. There's this awkward moment of like, hey, it's my friend Bard, but Bard's got a problem today.
Yeah.
Do you have something to
Yeah.
say to your friends, Bard?
Yeah, I don't want to do this wolf scam shit anymore. I'm done.
Why don't you just
done.
have a beer? Talk to us. I'll buy it. I heard you're poor.
I like Wachovia.
Yeah, sure. If you can get a beer out of this asshole. Sure.
It's not where
Don't
beer
talk to
comes
him
from.
like that.
Another great joke.
All right. So do you want to go and get a beer to try to entice Bard into joining you?
Yeah, let's have a conversation.
Sure. I need a beer bigger than this cup, though.
Oh, because you're a giant.
Yeah. Prop comedy. So okay. All right.
Only halfling cups.
Okay. So you.
What? Hold on, what?
We only have halfling cups.
Okay, give me 20.
That can be done.
Okay.
But yeah, I heard you're poor. And I know he's been stiffing you, but we can make this right.
Just straight up, just rip the curtain off that one. Hello, did you know
Where
you're
is
being
this
betrayed?
tight-lipped Lacovia that I was so confident in holding my secrets?
You need a little bit more of a backbone. We have plans. Your scheming ain't gonna cut it.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't care. It's not super private.
So you're being verbally abused by these tiny people. And the bartender looks at you with his soulless eyes and rubs the bar.
It says,
It says, "Welcome to Pissington." But you know he can feel your pain deep down under his robotic
It's
exterior.
about the way he inflects when he
Yeah.
says that.
It's
You're
in his
like,
eyes. Yeah. He wants you to feel welcome.
he's the Groot of this story.
So, I mean, what do you do? Are you gonna leave? You're gonna go? Maybe it's time to part ways with these jerks, or do you want to give them a chance? Maybe they have something to say.
no, I'm gonna leave.
All right. Yeah.
I'm tired, man.
Yeah. Big,
tired.
big but tired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm just
Okay.
gonna walk out. I'm
All right.
good.
So you turn
Yeah.
and walk back out into the
Noted.
rubble.
Yeah.
There's no door to close.
No.
We see you through the open wall.
There's no walls to hang paintings
No,
on.
you just walk away. Okay, all right. The Incredible Hulk end credits music plays. We crossfade. We crossfade over to Glow. Where are you, Glow? Are you in your studio? Are
Well,
you-
so I was thinking about it. I think that Glow is on duty guarding the mission where these things are being collected.
Okay.
But he's mostly just kind of like with a stick drawing in the dirt and like, imagining his next work.
Where
and
do you
it's-
put your paintings?
Where do I put I have a whole wing back at the Glow Fist, or my own name, Holy Fist Estate.
There's no walls.
Yeah, it's in the basement. Basement's fine.
All right.
Okay. So you're on.
It's more of an outdoor gallery. They're up in the orchard. I don't know. Shut up, Bard.
So you're on guard duty. Your mind is elsewhere. You're thinking about your future as a painter or your lack thereof, and you hear the constable approaching, and he's walking up to you, and he looks like he's got something on his mind.
Yes, Derek.
Perfect. Thank you, Derek. His parents wanted him to drill for oil as an adult, I guess. So
They knew where the money was. What they gonna say?
the fact that John thinks that's so funny makes it funny. So he walks up, and he's dressed not nearly as fancily as you. He's not a paladin. He's a mere constable. He's a secular authority. But the two of you both have an interest in protecting the sole remaining building in this town. And he looks at you, and he says, "Doing good work there, Glow."
Thank you, Derek.
Hey, you okay?
No, Derek.
And he looks around to see if anyone is around to see him showing emotion, and he stands a little closer and he says, "You worried about the dark fists, buddy?"
No, Derek.
Oh, hey, what is it? You can tell old Derek.
I have artistic dreams, Derek.
And we pan down, and what have you drawn in the sand?
I think I should roll to see what I do.
Let's do it. Okay, so let's give you a stat now. What stat do you think is the stat for painting? What do you think is the one for expressing your feelings?
Oh, that's such a good question. I feel like it's either dexterity or
gotta be
charisma.
I'm going full David Cage on you here. Okay, so whichever you prefer.
I'm going to say charisma.
Okay, so charisma. So pick one of your stats. You have them in a line there at the top. Pick one of your stats.
I'm going
and
to say
then
that's my
assign it to
highest.
charisma.
I think
Okay.
that he's surprisingly charismatic.
Okay, all right, good. So you're going to roll 2d6, you're going to add a charisma modifier.
Who? Nope.
How'd you do?
That was a 3 plus a 2. It's a 5. I drew a stick figure.
All right, so we
That might even be generous.
so you can mark a point of experience because every time you fail, you get XP. So
A stick figure where the arms are both on the same side.
So we pan slowly down. You're like, I have dreams, Derek. And we pan down, and we see this stick figure doing gymnastics or playing Just Dance or something.
It's not done yet.
And Derek nods, and he says, "Is that it's supposed to be me or?"
It's a deer.
And he looks at it, he's like, oh, of course, on account of the antlers there.
Those are its legs.
That's what I meant. Listen, where I'm from, antlers is the word.
What did
for
you need, Derek?
Well, just we've got this big ceremony coming up, and
I know.
and the earthquakes are all done finally, so we can rebuild Fistington.
I look forward to that day when Fistington rises proud once again.
And I think he kind of awkwardly like toes the sand, not sure what to say.
Please don't mess up my work.
He does not. He steps away from you. And that's when you hear the sound of Bard approaching. And we look down, we pan down the former street. It's just a rubble-strewn alleyway now. And we see Bard approaching. And Derek scowls, and he says, he's like, oh, here he comes.
Yeah, Derek, do you want me to take care of this? This is a family matter.
Yeah, and he nods, and he's like, yeah, that'd be great. I got to go down to the halfling district and kick some halflings around.
Hey, that's Derek.
I swear.
That's not okay.
I swear to the gods, one of those little fuckers took my painting.
Hey, you don't know that. That's profiling, Derek. Come on.
I just can't trust him.
It's the year 14. It should be better than this.
He's like, no, it's not about that. It's not about the fact
Is
that
it, Derek? Because it sounds like it is.
I've got halfling friends.
Okay, Derek. Get out of here, Derek. Fuck off.
He does.
And Derek fucks off.
Yeah, Derek fucks off stage right. So, I feel like it's a good goof. I'm gonna make you check your shorts again. Every time you enter a scene, let's do a shorts check and see what the condition of your pants are in.
I'm feeling good today.
Yeah.
Hot hands. Oh,
Oh, dear.
6.
All right. So maybe we got like a pathetic fallacy thing going on where like your pants reflect your emotional state or something. But this time we see you and your shorts are in tatters. You're just there hanging.
hey, are you okay? Your shorts are in tatters.
Your shorts are looking real bad, buddy.
Yeah, I'm fine.
It's good to see you again, Barton.
It's been a while.
Haven't seen you since, Fist Fest.
Writing that one down too.
Are you back? Are you back for the? I assume, the funeral.
Yeah.
How's the shape changing?
It's fine, but it's just not as good as it used to be.
Oh, I hear that.
I'm tired.
You get old, yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
So how's your grandmother?
Oh, Gammy, not good. Gammy, she still enjoys mahjong, and that helps.
Mima's making death saves, everybody.
Yeah.
My
It's
grandmother.
not that. Her startup didn't take off like she had hoped.
She's trying to make a competitor to Magic Facebook.
Yeah. She's trying to start Magic Twitter, and she just can't figure out a way to monetize it.
Good. I see that. All right.
You keeping your nose clean?
I'm trying. I'm getting better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to, hang out sometime?
Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. I'm just, really bored, and I kind of hate my job a lot. And I'd just love to hear what it's like, out there, not in a place that falls down every day.
Bard, while he's talking, while Glow's talking, you look down and you notice there's a drawing of a deer or perhaps a police constable. It's hard
Maybe
to
both.
say which, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. It's not done.
Is that a deer?
It is a deer. Thank you. You have a great eye.
Would you ever draw me something?
Sure. What do you want? You want a giant wolf?
No.
You want flower? I can do flower. Do you want you, but on a surfboard? and like you've got a giant head and like a necklace, and you're like,
I just want more friends that are closer to my size.
I can draw that.
What medium you thinking for me? And
Probably dirt right now. Kind of like, like in the future, I could do like charcoal on like, I don't know, like wool. Is that something? Charcoal on wool? I feel like it could be
Papyrus.
revolutionary. Yeah, I could do papyrus.
type of pulp.
Are you talking about like the font or?
Yeah.
Okay.
The font of Wizard Facebook is Papyrus. Yeah.
Of course, because it's Wizard Facebook. All right. So we slowly turn the volume down and fade out of this conversation. It goes
We were
on.
getting places.
It goes on, but we are not going to go on with it. So the time is coming, right? You do not have a lot of time to prepare for the rest of this episode. So we jump ahead some days. Perhaps the two of you work on an art collaboration together to be unveiled later. You can decide what that might look like.
Some kind of a unity.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's good. I like it. You're going to steal from the church, though. So that's while they're doing that. What does that look like? What are you going to do? What is the plan here?
So the plan is I'm finally going to get back into the sewers, go
Okay.
back into one of my many hidey holes.
Okay. Well, let's begin there. Let's just say you're doing it.
Okay.
So, are you alone? Did you drag Lakovia down into the sewers with you?
Oh, I took Makovia down there. I am terrified of what might be down there lurking.
Yeah. Yeah, you live in a ruined city full of giants. The sewers are probably a total nightmare.
Awful.
I don't
Really not
imagine-
kept up at all.
I don't imagine sanitation's a priority right now. Okay, all right. So this is, I mean, is this the worst place you've ever been in your whole life, or?
Unfortunately not.
No. Okay, good. Dark
It's
dark
not my
past.
first sewer.
Yeah, tragic backstory. I like it. Okay, all right. So the two of you are trudging through the sewer with the intent of emerging into the party.
I don't think so.
We're going to retrieve the painting, and that's the distraction.
What?
The
When
painting.
did we agree on this?
I've been thinking about this for ages.
Did you say it out loud though?
No. No, you were just.
Why? We're in the sewers. Why can't we just like, I don't know, drill a hole underneath the pile of gold and just let it like trickle, and we'll just in buckets
No,
and
the-
just go back and forth.
That painting is so huge, it's going to complete, when we reveal and unveil that we found this, we found it, and it's going to take front and center stage, completely block out.
So we're carrying this through the sewer.
Yeah, you're carrying a giant picture of like Derek's grandmother through the sewer, big gilded.
But you know what?
frame.
Fuck Derek, because I've really turned a corner on Derek.
It's just like banging against the walls and yeah, okay.
And so your job is to come out and say that you found it, because Derek totally suspects me. So if I come back and say, hey, I found the painting, he knows he's gonna know it's me.
I don't want to deal with fucking Derek.
I know, but he's gonna be so happy.
Somewhere there's a guy named Derek watching a live stream like, oh, not again.
Not you, Derek.
We're talking about fantasy races, Derek, not you.
I'm just not convinced this is gonna work. What if we did a ransom? Did you think about it?
Yeah.
So while the two of you are having this conversation, not particularly quietly, you come around a corner in the sewer and you see a light. You see someone holding a lantern. They are crouched down outside, standing at full height. They would be very tall. They're wearing a pair of cutoff shorts and a T-shirt that says Fist Fest 08 on it. And they have kind of like scraggly hair, and they're covered in muck, and they're holding this lantern, and they look lost. They're like, he's looking back and forth.
You're in the fucking sewers.
Yeah, and he turns.
If you're not meant to be there,
and
you're
he
lost.
turns, and he's like, oh shit, goblins! And he draws a sword, and he points it at you. He's like, stay back, goblins!
It's cool, bro. I'm lost too.
And he like squints at you. Let me see if he believes you. You can choose one of there's a line of stats above your 6 bubbles there. You see them?
Yeah.
Pick one of those and put the modifier in your charisma bubble.
And just
And
to
then-
check, is this our weird uncle who keeps wearing the shirt? Okay.
I'm gonna say 12.
Okay, so the bonus on a 12 is 0, so you're just gonna roll 2d6.
I don't think I'm a very charismatic person. I have
And
good
you're-
eyes.
Just 2, you don't get 3, don't cheat.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I've never
Get two
done this
dice.
before.
I know, I'm helping you not cheat.
Ooh, 8.
6? Yeah, 8.
You got an 8? Okay, all right. So he's gonna need some kind of like reassurance that you're not goblins and that you're lost too. He's kind of on the fence. He's like pointing the sword at you, trembling a little, crouched down because he's like 10 feet tall, and he's not sure. What do you do to convince him? What do you say to like put him at ease?
I had a few beers. I don't know where I am. Can you help me?
Convincing.
Are we doing the kid routine? We doing the kid routine?
Lost children?
Lost drunk kid?
Are we doing the drunk kid routine?
It's like if the drunk people are like, I'm so drunk right now. Also, I'm 5.
Have you seen my mother?
I mean, okay, let's see if you can help. So you see her starting to put on the drunk kid routine, which obviously the two of you have done before. You can help her by roll 2d6. What did you get total on yours? You got 8?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, roll 2d6 and add, how many bonds do you have with Lacovia?
2.
You have 2. Okay, roll 2d6 and add 2. And I'll say if you help, then that'll be enough.
7 and then 9.
Okay, all right, so you're both, he's not totally certain, but since both of you are doing it, he's like, all right, like, I never seen a goblin before, so I guess you're just some shitty kids. And he like puts the sword away. He's like, what are you kids doing in the sewer? Drunk. What are you drunk ass kids doing in the
I don't
sewer?
know. Our mom told us to wait, and I don't know where she is. Can you help me?
And he's like, is your mom a baby too?
No!
And he looks at you and he's like, is it also your mom? This is the same mom? I don't have time to find
He
two
doesn't
moms.
have a mom. My mom's babysitting tonight.
And he's like, all right, well, I got some really important, and he like keeps looking up. He's like, I got some important stuff to do, but yeah, I guess, I think the exit's back this way. And he turns his back to you and gestures like, come on, chitlins, let's go on down the tunnel here.
No idea.
I'm going to leap at him and
Yes.
try to knock him out.
Knock him unconscious?
Yeah.
Excellent, okay. Decide how strong you are. So pick one of your stats.
Not very
Make
strong.
that your strength.
Very lithe. I'm going to say 8.
An 8, okay. So you have a -1.
Yep.
So roll 2d6, subtract 1 from whatever you get.
4 total.
You got a 4.
4.
Okay, excellent. All
You
right.
gently massage his back.
Yeah. And
He just jumps on it. Just
so you
Oh,
throw,
yeah, that's nice.
Carry me.
you throw yourself at him, and he freaks out. He's like, goblins! And he grabs you, and he throws you against the wall. And so you're gonna take some damage, which I guess means you need hit points. Choose what your constitution. Choose one of your stats for constitution.
We'll go 12.
They're 12. Okay. One of those. Okay, there's a
It's
number
12.
in there. Okay, you go 12. Okay, so you have 12 plus whatever your class HP. It'll show next to the little heart.
So 12 plus 6.
Okay, so you have 18 hit points. Let's see how many damages you take. And you're writing your character sheet in pen, so whatever. Okay, you take 5 damage. And Lacovia, you see him shriek, like, goblins! And he grabs, this guy's got goblin paranoia. And he throws your friend Malik against the wall with a wet thud.
And I have no choice but to intervene and attack the stranger
Uh-huh.
with
Your enormous,
with my enormous
sawed-off,
axe
sawed-off
that somehow he
Alex.
did not notice that a child was carrying.
He thought it was some kind of frisbee or something, probably.
Kids today. What is that, a hoverboard?
Cool fidget spinner, baby. Okay.
And at this point, I think this is a shady little bee, so I'm gonna go for the throat.
It's murder time now.
It's murder time.
Okay,
He
good.
can stay in the sewers. No one gonna find him.
All right. Good. Okay. Well, before we have you roll to murder their relative, so this is some days later after the two of you kind of had your reunion, and you've been preparing for the thing. So let's have the two of you in the church, and there's like bustle. There's a big pile of treasure that people have come and like thrown their heirlooms onto in honor of the gods. But also there's like a little art show. And
I
there's, like-
finished my painting.
Yeah. Okay.
The art is on easels, not on the walls.
Yes, yeah. A lot of it is like there's some performance art. There's like an elf.
Oh, that's very good. So wait. So that's a 10, which means I've executed my painting exactly how I want. Which, here you go. It's all the different races that live in town and the mission. And there's an apple. And that's a dog, I think. And it says, "Together we fist." And it really is all just about us all working together to rebuild the town, and how now we all fist together, you know? Because before we fisted ourselves, but now we fist as a group. Kind of a group fist.
Families fist together.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna stay behind my book now.
So what was your total on the dice there?
It was an 8 plus 2, so 10.
You got 10. Okay, so I think then are both your parents are alive, right? No, you're
Sure.
Dead. Yeah, they're still alive. Okay, all right. So if you guys have a 9, I was gonna make you pick one of them to approve of you, but you got a 10, so they look at you, and the three of you are standing looking at this painting, and they haven't revealed what they think. It's in that tense moment of like mom and dad looking at your painting. Do you prompt them for a response, or do you wait and let them come to it in their own time?
I would say that more than prompt, just look at them, go like,
All right. Okay. All right.
and
so,
I will say that maybe mom has approved before, and dad just doesn't get it.
yeah.
Parents just don't understand.
All right. So your dad makes a kind of like semi-approving, neutral huffing noise, and your mom like nods and kind of pats him on the shoulder, like it's okay, honey, you don't have to have a feeling. And
Do you see the dog?
Yeah.
There's a dog in there. You like dogs?
she says it's a very good dog. And when you hear someone say good dog, you like kind of your ears perk up a little bit. You're like on the other side of the room. The room is still divided. There's still the Dark Fist side of the hall and the. So what does the Dark Fist side look like? How does Clan Dark Fist celebrate this coming together?
We're all sitting on the ground
Okay.
because everything's broken.
Yes.
Our backs are towards them because we haven't accepted them yet.
Yeah.
We didn't bring any art.
Right. So just like an empty. The hall is just
Yeah.
so you're the
Yeah.
gift. The fact that you.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to see why.
Yeah.
08 was such a bad year.
Right?
Yeah.
Now listen, we all made mistakes, but like, can you blame us?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We see Derek pacing the middle of the room, muttering about his painting, and in that moment, before your parents can say what they really truly feel about your painting, we hear a crash from down below. Then now you can try to kill him.
You didn't tell me there was a crash. Why
Yeah.
can they hear us in the sewers?
Because they're shouting. You're right below the thing. Don't roll your eyes at me.
I am still
Embrace the narrative, God. All right, you want to
still
kill
going
this
for
guy?
the throat.
Yeah, do
I'm
it.
still going for the throat.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So choose your strength. Pick a stat
I'm
for
a
strength.
pretty strong person.
I figured it'd be the big one.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna hack and or
I know
slash
this
this
is
guy. Roll 2d6. You're gonna add 2 because you have 16 strength. And you tell me what you get.
I get 7 total.
A 7. Okay. All right. So that means that you get to deal some damage to him, and he gets to do something to you. He gets to make a move. So your damage is a d10. So roll that, and maybe you kill him.
2.
2. You do not kill him. He is wounded, but he's a big boy. So okay. All right. So above, you hear a thunk first of Malik being thrown against the wall. You don't know that, but downstairs. And then there's a shout, a deep shout, and then there's a scream, a halfling battle cry, And what does it look like when you attack this guy? Is this like the fluid ballet of massacre, or are you just like screaming and jumping on him and hacking at him with your sharp frisbee?
No, I jump on him, I hack him, he recoils, I realize that I've not done enough damage, and I quickly flee.
Oh, so you want to try to get away?
Yeah,
okay.
we're getting away.
All right. So you fall on him and you cut into his pale giant flesh, his white hair getting in the way, and he reaches up to grab you to try to like keep you from getting away. He grabs you by the back of your garment, and you're gonna try to slip away. Upstairs, Derek, when he hears the noise, he's like, "Goddamn halflings!"
Derek.
And he's like, "I recognize a halfling."
Yeah, but you don't know that maybe the halfling's the one in trouble, Derek.
Well, let's go find out.
How about you fuck off, Derek?
He draws his sword, and he's like,
Don't draw your sword till we get down there, Derek. That's very imposing and very scary.
I'm the constable. You're not my supervisor.
Okay, fuck off, Derek. I'm constable. That's how you sound, Derek.
And he points at a conspicuous grate in the middle of the room labeled sewer access. And he's,
Derek, just 1 second. Is everything okay down there? And I'm going to use my voice that transcends language.
nice. Okay. Good. All right. So does that sound? You're doing the Benny Gesserit thing, or do you just make?
You know, I think it's more just like by tone and inflection. It's like, okay, this is a voice of authority.
Okay.
I don't know, because I think that it's the same thing you would use no matter what language the person spoke to, like, it's
Okay.
very clear that this is an authoritative voice.
All right. So in the common language of humans, you hear a deep, panicked, resonant voice shout, "It's drunk babies! Drunk babies!"
See, it's not halflings at all, Derek. It's drunk babies. Now, don't you feel like an ass?
So Derek is already like ratcheting off the manhole cover that's in the middle of the room.
How big is the manhole
What do you
cover?
want to do? It's like pretty small. He's gonna need to squeeze in there.
Did I recognize the battle cry at all?
I don't know. Do you have like a signature battle cry, or do
Oh,
you
hell
just...
no.
Okay. You know what? Let's have you make a roll. Let's have you try to discern realities here. So roll. You're gonna need a wisdom. You don't have a wisdom yet.
I'm going to say the wisdom is 13.
Okay. All right.
What do you think would be a better skill for a paladin, wisdom or intelligence?
A wisdom probably.
Okay.
You seem like a sensitive paladin.
That's 9 plus 1, 10.
Okay. All right. Great. Yes, you definitely recognize the voice. And also, like, is there anything else that you would like to ask? You can ask me questions about what else you pick up.
Oh, cool. You said I heard a thump.
Uh-huh.
Was that like, so there's some danger, someone's in trouble? Like
It does sound
was
like a
human
fracas.
fight.
Yeah.
And my ears perk up. My ears are going to perk up, and I turn and look over. Everyone's backs are turned, but I turn and look at the middle of the room.
And do I recognize the voice who screams back about drunk babies?
Yeah. It's definitely Johnny Darkfist.
Bard. Is Uncle Johnny? Uncle Johnny is the one. Is Uncle Johnny down there fighting drunk babies? Just fighting drunk babies again?
Do you care?
I mean, do you?
We're gonna,
It's also Lakovia. Do you know Lakovia?
how do you know it's there?
You know, I was like, oh, it's a battle cry. Ah, you heard it.
I mean, you know that you're mutual friends with her with your Facebook.
Yeah, we're connected through Facebook. You know. So
Do we want to
is
go down?
All right, well, so while you're debating what's going to happen, you want to try to escape. Malik, so right now you see Lakovia being held by the garment by this poop-covered giant now because he fell over, and that wound's going to get
Where's
infected
the
for
painting?
sure.
Where's the painting?
He's got her, and she's trying to squirm away. You have, the stars clear from your eyes, and you're able to see. What do you want to do?
I would like to poison him.
Fantastic. Okay, what sort of a poison are you using?
Let's see. The oil of Tajit.
Okay.
I
What
want
does
to
that do?
put this. I want to put this giant man to sleep.
Excellent. Okay.
Not kill him? Just make him sleep?
So how do you deliver this poison?
It looks creepy because it's some oil on a rag.
Okay.
I know. Malik doesn't like doing it. But
What's great is you have these like tiny chubby baby hands, and he's a giant.
And you're like, oh my God.
Go to sleep. Okay, so you're gonna need to get close enough to apply it. So it sounds. How do you do that? What do you want to do? He's like flailing around and trying to kill your friend, and your friend's screaming with the axe.
I am gonna maneuver myself in the shadows to get behind him.
Okay.
Is he kind of on the floor at all?
Yeah, he's fallen backwards into
Yeah.
the sewage.
And so I'm gonna come over like from the head portion. And here's his, he's lying on his back. Here's his head. I'm gonna come from behind him.
Okay, so you need to get around him and
Yeah.
like sneak up on him. Okay. All right, let's have you make a roll. You can roll 2d6. You're gonna need a dexterity if you don't have a dexterity yet.
That is gonna be a 6.
There you go. So you can roll and add 2.
You gotta be kidding me. All right, 6, 8. Okay.
You're an 8? Okay, all right. Somebody here, one of the two of you is gonna take a hit from the flailing. Is it you or Lacovia?
It's Lacovia.
Okay, all right. Good. So,
She's tough. She can take it.
So Lacovia, in a fit of frustration, before you get a chance to escape, you are pitched like a baseball down away. He throws you and you land in the muck on your face. You're gonna take some damage, and then you get what you want because you're far away, but you're hurt. So, do you have a Constitution yet?
Yep.
Okay, assign 1, figure out your hit points, and then subtract 4 from your hit points. Cool. All right. So so you're far away, but you have your opportunity now.
So 7 minus 4.
You don't have to roll for your hit points. You've got that many. You got 13 plus whatever. I can't see the modifier because the text is too small. It's like the character sheet wasn't meant to be read from a meter away. That's 3 feet. I'm from Canada. It's like a yard. Yeah. So anyway, don't worry too much. 4 is not going to kill you. So you're hurled away into the disgusting muck and battered and bruised. The fighting seems to be pitching up down below. Do the two of you want to do something?
I'm
or-
gonna go down there. Yeah.
Well, we got to get this. The manhole cover's not off yet.
Derek
correct?
has yanked it open
Okay.
and
And
looking
it's circular.
expectantly at you. Yeah.
And it's pretty sizable.
It is in all ways what you would expect from a manhole cover.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Do you want to go? I'm gonna
I have
go.
a suggestion.
Okay.
So I can shapeshift
You can.
Yeah.
very well.
That's true. Would you like to?
I would like to become a snake.
Nice. And you turn into a giant, like a big snake.
Yeah.
Okay, you get that big snake energy.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right.
Do I do a shorts check?
Yeah, we'll do the shorts check after you.
How would a snake wear shorts?
You go in one leg and out the other, and then it's like a.
It's so obvious.
All right, so let's have you shapeshift first. For shapeshifting, we're gonna play a little game that might be familiar to you from being a toddler. What are 3 things a snake does?
It hisses.
Okay, so you can hiss menacingly. What else do snakes do?
It slithers.
Okay, good. I like that.
And it bites.
Nice. So you're a bitey type of snake. Perfect. See, you're good at being a
No,
druid.
like swallow living objects whole.
No. Slithers.
Mama strike. Mama strike.
Hisses.
Yeah. Hiss, slither, bite. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So roll to shapeshift. You use your wisdom. So if you don't have a wisdom yet,
I don't.
assign one. So you can pick one of your stats. Put it in there, and I'll tell you the.
I'm gonna
the modifier.
do 15.
15. Okay. All right. So you're gonna roll, and you're gonna add 1 to your 2d6.
Okay.
You charge up your snake power. Oh boy.
So I rolled a 3.
Okay. So you've failed.
So that's a 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So mark an experience point. You're getting more experienced. I will put it to the table. What is something that's like kind of like a snake but is not a snake that he can turn into? What would he accidentally turn into if he was trying to be a snake?
Somebody said slug, and I like that.
I like that too.
Okay. All right. Okay. What does a slug do? Yeah.
It slugs.
Doesn't like salt.
Okay. Dies horribly when salted. Got it. That's not a good
Noted.
power. Okay. Okay.
It does leave a nice slimy trail.
Okay. Slimy
leaves a
trail.
trail, yeah.
Okay. And then
Squish is weird when you step on it in the dark.
right. Right, hangs out in your driveway in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you take the trash out, and
Right.
you're like, I don't need
Okay.
shoes.
This is like kind of a lot to write down.
It's in inconvenient places.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, yeah, right. That's a good way to turn that weakness into a strength.
Yeah.
Okay, just like a slug would.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's see if old Sluggy's got his shorts on.
Yeah.
Roll
Shorts check.
G6, make that shorts check.
5.
Okay, all right. I think because we're coming to the conclusion, I think that describe the final destruction of your shorts.
Yeah, they're soaked in slime.
Oh, they just disintegrate into your sluggy body.
They're on me, but they're in me.
Yeah, we
Like
get.
they're part of me.
Yeah, you finally become one with the shorts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Truly, your
Manhattan
ascension
Project.
has finished.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so you're one. I'm gonna write that down. One with the shorts, and the shorts are with you. Okay. So your shorts vanish as you become an enormous slippery slug boy.
Yes.
And then what do?
I start going in the hole.
Yeah. Okay. Derek screams and leaps.
Come on,
back.
cool out, Derek.
He has never seen the slug of this
People
size.
turn into slugs, Derek. And it's the year 14.
He points panically at the giant slug and says, "Where did his shorts go, man?"
You know, shorts, Derek. They're ephemeral. One day there's shorts and one day there's not. Grow up. Read a book.
So you slide down wetly into the sewer.
Wetly.
Yeah. So meanwhile, you're about to poison old Uncle Johnny with your oil of Tajit.
Can Glow follow? Can I ask Glow to follow me before I go
I don't know.
in?
Can a slug talk like a man?
With a wave of his.
Okay, that's good. So hang on.
Well, hold
do
on.
you-
No, hold on. I am. I can talk to everybody, right? I got that. I can do that.
I don't. Do you?
You can talk to everybody?
Unencumbered, unharmed. The grunts, barks, chirps, and calls of creatures of the wild are as a language so I can speak to.
You can speak to him if he speaks the chirps, barks.
I
and
have a
grunts
voice
of
that
the wild.
transcends language.
So if you're a
can
dog
speak-
and you
can
bark,
speak
you can speak to a
him,
dog.
And he can speak to me.
and he can speak.
But we can't understand each other.
Man, that's a metaphor
Yeah.
right there. This is the Dark Fist's problem. They both
is
speak
it right
common,
here.
but they're not hearing what each other is saying. When you look at this slug, how do you feel? So, I mean, yeah, like, the question is, do you understand the
I think we were having a
nature?
conversation beforehand about, like, should we go down? And I think if he's going down, I'm going
Okay,
down.
yeah, that's fine. So you burble in sluggies and then wetly drop down into the sewer, and your cousin is right behind you.
Yeah.
And
Oh, just to be clear, Glow lands in a super cool hero pose, not because he's trying to. Just comes naturally. And he hates that it comes naturally, but it just does.
Yeah.
And that's super cool, like, you know,
Yeah.
like, whoa, what a cool dude. And he's like,
And then a slug drops.
yeah, just like a big wet snot blob. Just
like
right
somebody
behind
just dropped a banana on the ground.
Yeah, a banana should have gotten in the freezer
And then the head
months ago.
slips up.
Yeah, good. All right. So you're about to poison this curmudgeonly giant who thinks you're a drunk baby, and you've got the tiny chloroform stamp ready to rub it on his mouth and nose. He does not see you because he's just speedballed your friend down the hallway when a superhero and his slug companion land behind you, and you're pretty sure like the jig is up vis-a-vis the painting. Derek is going to be so mollified. You see a halfling carrying a painting of an old woman that looks suspiciously like Derek. And Derek shouts from above, "See, I fucking told you."
Shut up, Derek! We haven't even found out what the whole situation is. Maybe you saved the fucking painting, Derek. Sorry about Derek.
So you see both of
He's
you.
not with me.
Both of you see your cousin, Johnny Darkfist, wearing his Fist Fest 08 t-shirt, which among your people has become an unfavorable thing to do. It shows that you want to continue the Fist Fest feud. And so he's here to disrupt the ceremony.
Oh, he hasn't just been down in the sewer since.
No, he's
fucking
here
shit
to
up.
fuck some
Okay.
shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see that, and you know that instinctively. He would not wear this cut-off tank top Fist Fest t-shirt if you weren't up to no good. And so you see the situation laid before you, and I think you have the initiative here. You've controlled the situation due to your cool guy landing. What do you do? What do you do here?
I am going to use I am the law. Yeah. And say, stop!
Okay.
And I don't do it very good.
How do you do it?
No, it's kind of like a question mark at the end. Stop. No, so that's +2. So it's 6 + 2, so it's an 8.
Okay, so what is it on I Am the Law? It has its own
I can
result.
do. I can choose one.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, sorry. They can choose one. Either do what I say, back away cautiously, then flee, or attack me.
Okay, and that option goes for everybody in the tunnel. So, Slugbert, what are you gonna do? Do you want to stop? Do you want to attack him, or do you want to back away cautiously and then flee?
Stop.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what about the halflings?
Stop.
This is gonna be the good one.
Lacovia.
I'm gonna flee.
Yeah.
He's a very charismatic person. I think he can talk his way out of this.
Okay.
Okay.
And I also say, like,
you
you
better
could
put
please. I'm like,
charisma.
yeah. Like, it's just like, yeah, it makes sense.
I was a 50-50 on whether you just
Yeah.
get attacked by the little halfling. All right. Well, your cousin Johnny, he shouts, "You're not the boss of me. You're not."
I
my-"
am Johnny.
And he hurls himself at you, and he's big. He's 10 feet tall, right? He's a big boy.
Yeah.
So because
Can I try to block that?
you've been stopped, so he'll have an opportunity. What are you gonna do? He comes flying at you with his poop knife.
Step to the side.
You're just gonna like
Step
dodge.
to the
Okay.
Step to the side. I'm
Okay.
a pacifist. I don't want to fight.
Okay. All right. So make a dexterity roll,
Ooh, that's not good.
and we'll see how. that
Ooh,
goes.
okay. That's an 8 minus. What's a 9? 9 is minus? nine is
A
nothing?
9 is 0. Yeah.
Okay, so it's an 8.
Okay, all right. So I think, here's the thing. I'm just going to turn it back on you. So he comes rushing at you with a sword. You step out of the way. He stumbles, and he falls sword point first at your squishy, gross balloon of a friend who's about to be stabbed, unless you heroically throw yourself in
No,
the way.
I'll take the damage.
Yeah?
Because I have a shield with +1 armor and armor with +2 armor.
Yeah.
So
All right,
I
you
have
take,
+3 armor.
you take that hit? Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's see what happens. He does you 2 damage, which your arbor absorbs. There's a screeching noise as his sword drags off of your shield, and then a splash as he falls into the muck at your feet. And he's screaming in impotent rage at how you're the worst and he hates you.
Fair.
But you can't hear it because he's yelling into a sewer. Everyone else starts to recover. You have fled. You can be like around the corner with your invisibility cloak on.
Lacovia, it's done.
No, you don't.
If you want to come back, it's fine. No, she's gone.
So what are you gonna do? You're caught red-handed. You can see Derek up above, peering down, pointing accusingly at you, like, "That's my painting that you stole, you dirty halfling."
I'm gonna hold it up. I'm holding it up and saying, "I found it. It was him." And pointing
Yeah.
to Johnny.
Sure.
Yeah, you're gonna frame old Uncle
Yeah,
Johnny.
fuck that dude.
Okay. Would you like to cast a vote, Slugbert?
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'd like to.
So as Johnny is dragged before the firing squad, the slug is just like, "Yes, it is good." I agree with it.
I'd like to absorb his shirt though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So
just
you
'cause
want
I-
to just slug over to him and hold him down
Yeah.
and absorb his clothing.
Yeah, as symbolism for trying to.
Right, it's a metaphor
Yeah.
for
That's beautiful.
shirtlessness. Okay, all right.
Maybe we can learn to all absorb each other's shirts.
Our fist fest shirt.
Right.
What have we become?
It's the metaphor is that you're internalizing the harshness of the past so that you can process it.
Yeah. Sure, this is what slugs do.
Right.
Is this the third thing?
This is
the
the
third thing
secret life
slugs
of
heal.
slugs.
I'm writing down that slugs are a symbol of familial reconciliation. Okay, symbol of.
As we all know.
Right, yeah. Okay, it's a fantasy game. You can make shit up. Okay, hang on. I'm definitely going to use that one again. You see your brother. He comes before you holding a slug. Fucking Matt Colville looking at me like I'm a crazy person. Okay, so you would like to try to absorb his shirt. Okay, that will take all of your sluggy power. You'll become once again yourself.
Yep.
But the shirt will be a part of you forever.
Yep.
It's rayon fabric woven with your flesh.
Rayon. Gammy went cheap. Gammy couldn't get cotton blend?
Not
Not
Fist.
for-
I'm glad her startup failed. There, I said it.
Fist fest is about quantity, not
We all
quality.
figured it.
Okay, so let's do that. As you slug your body over him in a symbolic gesture of reabsorption, it's like glasnost.
In
Meanwhile,
the year
though,
50, the slug is going to be a symbol on clothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because of this moment.
Yes.
Okay. So while that's happening, I'm not gonna make you roll. You're reforming. You're using your one sluggy power. And you're reforming into yourself. But you still need to convince Derek that you have found you've just mysteriously found his painting in the sewer after all this time. So do you say anything else? Are you just like, I found it, please believe me?
No, what I want to do is,
You wanna poison him, or?
look up at what Uncle Johnny was looking at before,
Okay.
because he was looking, he was shifty. There was something going
So
on. He had a
you-
plan,
yeah.
and I want to suss out what his
Okay.
plan was.
So you're the only one that sees this. You look up from your low, drunken baby vantage point, and you peer up, and you can see the unmistakably anachronistic lights of a series of fantasy TNT that has been strung up around and he's just gonna blow the whole place up. He's not here to steal the gold or anything. He just wants terrible revenge. And
He
you
was
can-
going to kill all of us.
Shithead.
I know, right? Yeah.
Wow.
I'm glad you ate his shirt.
Yeah.
Sick.
So yes, you see this, and and you can see before you, and Derek, none the wiser, is leaned over with this TNT blinking underneath him. What are you gonna do?
I still want to frame him. I was like he was tell the story that he was sabotaging everybody. Meanwhile, I came down here because I thought he was suspicious from the beginning, and come to find out he'd been stashing all sorts of stuff, including this painting that I had been framed for stealing.
Well, I talk about framing some paintings.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Right?
Nice. Yeah.
And he saw me trying to steal this painting back and attacked me and my friend Lakovia, telling us telling we were goblins and drunken babies. We didn't understand what was happening, but we just wanted to make everybody happy and unite the whole town again.
By bringing the painting through the sewer, by surprising everyone. Okay, that's a story you can tell. Yeah, it's a role-playing game. The dice might be merciful. Okay, so give yourself a charisma if you don't have one already.
I'm very charismatic.
It's great when the character sheet says things that you can't.
It's on the paper.
Yeah. So roll your 2d6, and what's your charisma?
It's 15, so +1.
15. Yeah, go ahead and add a +1.
That's 11 and 12.
Nice. Okay. So yeah.
Thank you.
I got something right once.
So Derek, he looks down at you with a tear in his eye, just so rejoiced to have his painting back. He missed his family. Apparently he's like the only normal human in town.
Is he? Because he's pretty racist.
That's what I said. And he looks down at you and he says, thank you for recovering my painting. I've missed it so very much. I thought it lost or stolen by halflings.
Derek?
And he reaches down to you to say, like, please come upstairs. We're reuniting the clans of Fistington, and there would be no Fistington without your tiny hands as well. So small and delicate, and
Together we fist.
so little and beautiful. Come on up here with the manicure. So yeah, he wants to help pull you up into the room.
I will let him.
Okay, excellent. All right. Yeah.
Just a heads up, there is like a shit ton of TNT down here.
Yeah.
Are we worried about that?
So far, you're the only one that knows about that. Are you going to keep it on the DL as a contingency plan, or are you going to let everybody know?
We're gonna play it by ear.
Okay.
I haven't told anybody just yet, because
Sure.
I still want the gold.
And all you clap for him.
Yeah, that's good. It's fine.
They smart.
Okay, so while that's happening, Lakovia, have you fled completely? You've watched this scene. There's the redemption of your friend halflings. Derek's turning over a new leaf. He realized what he's done.
I have. No, I'm gonna go upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go
Have
upstairs.
you left the sewers and like come around up top, or are you gonna?
Yeah.
What? Hey, what's going on?
Just covered
Covered in
sewage.
shit.
Yeah.
No.
The sewers?
No,
Literally
'cause
just bloody
didn't you see me
battle axe in your
flee?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you knew I was fucking there. If I'm gonna go home and change, that's gonna look real suspicious.
That's fair.
I'm gonna come upstairs and I'm
we're
gonna
all-
be like, I was so scared. You thought we stole it. I thought you were gonna kill me.
No, I like it. I like it better. They're all having the tearful reunion, and you're at home trying to pick out a cloak. And I'm like, and with that, Fissington was saved. Roll credits, and you're like, no, fuck, wait, and like running in. I want to be part of it. All right, so you're gonna run out, and you're gonna come back. The two of you've absorbed the shirt of your cousin, and he lies there clutching his pasty, shirtless chest, his terrible tan. And he's lying there.
How's he been in there for 6 years?
I mean, you haven't seen him. He's been up to some stuff. He said he had a job in another town, but, maybe he's been living in the sewers. He's ashamed to admit it. Well, right now, though, he's just sobbing into his sullen hands, and you revert back to giant form, finding yourself in this cramped environment. You see your heroic cousin having commanded the cessation of battle. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I thought you did really great when you ate his shirt. It was really good. I thought that was very beautiful and symbolic.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you gonna fit back through the hole, you think?
I might just go around. I saw
it's
someone else go
yeah.
around.
Yeah, she went that way. I think it's the left.
I'm gonna give
Do you want to take him with you, or should I take? How tall is he?
He's also a giant, or all the dark fists are giants, right?
Do we'll take him out that way, and then we'll.
Do you wanna
bring
help
him-
me?
Yeah, I mean, what am I gonna do? There's no ladder. Is there a ladder?
No.
I'll just
There's no
walk.
ladder.
It's fine.
You look up and all you see is Derek like crying with joy into this painting and occasionally muttering about halflings.
Good
Fucking
thing.
racist,
Hard to
shitty
say.
Derek.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
we'll
I'm,
just.
I'm crawling out. You're helping me pull this guy out.
Yeah, we'll go around.
Help Johnny get out of there.
Okay. All right. So you want to bring Johnny before?
But we want to turn him in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Together.
So that's the question. What do
Together.
you do with the miscreant Johnny
We turn him this
Darkfist?
piece of
Yeah,
shit
I
in.
would say like we have a abnormal but fairly good relationship. I would say like we would share credit and be like, this is
Okay.
a moment of unity between the Dark Fists and the Holy Fist. If nothing else, we can agree that Johnny is a shithead.
Yeah, let's narrate out this last scene, right? As we get our obvious like conclusion and we're leading towards rolling the end credits. Everybody give me kind of like an epilogue of where your character is at the end. So you have been pulled up out of the sewer. You know that you could blow this place sky fucking high anytime you wanted. And so there is that feeling of like, you fools, I could kill you all at any minute. So you know you have the power here. But Derek is holding his painting of this old woman, and he's crying and apologizing and also cursing you, and he's having some really confusing feelings. What are you doing? You're looking around. There's a big pile of gold there.
Yeah, I'm already planning my exit strategy with the gold,
Okay.
because that's really what this is about.
Yeah.
That's where this all started. I want to get out of here, get the gold. So I'm plotting my exit strategy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking the exits. I'm checking the security, and I'm waiting for my moment.
Okay.
But until then, I'm gonna foster this good relationship with
Yeah,
Derek
so
now.
you're
I'm
just
gonna,
playing him and keeping an
Yeah.
eye on the situation. Okay, cool. Yeah, you see two groups, one of enormous, scraggly, giant humans, and then one of regular-sized humans. They're all big to you on either side of the room.
glowing eyes, right?
And some of them have glowing eyes, and they're obviously at odds. There's a feud that's been going on, and it's not resolved yet. But that gives you an opportunity to kind of see like how you could get away with some good materials. Derek is at a loss to protect himself or the gold, and there's no one else around to watch you. So you've got a pretty good idea you can do that. You return. Did you have time to go home and change?
No.
No. So-
No, I already told you I
I'm giving you the
didn't want to
opportunity.
do
Okay,
that.
you don't want to. So what is your last? Like you burst in.
So I burst in, and I start blubbering.
Oh, cool. Everybody's just gonna cry at the end of this game. Perfect.
Well, hysterically.
Uh-huh.
All eyes are on me,
Like a drunk baby.
like a drunk baby.
Crying like a drunk baby is
Meanwhile,
going to
I'm
become a new
I'm making
thing.
shifty eyes at Malik over here, like,
Figured like a drunk baby with dead eyes. Whose dead-eyed drunk baby is that?
Oh, that baby's seen some shit. Let them have this. They need it.
Yeah, no object permanence for a 1,000-yard stare.
I need someone to help me find my mother. 'Cause the
She went
motherfucker in
behind a
the
blanket. She never came back.
The motherfucker in the sewer didn't help me.
Okay, all right. So you are going to go through with creating a distraction for your friend. Okay, great. Okay, all right. So the clans are ready to like do battle. All the tension from Fist Fest 2008 is coming back. The year 14 might be a recurrence. And then the two of you have your entrance with old Uncle Johnny. What does that look like?
I would say,
We both drag him to
Yes.
the stage.
There's a stage
wherever's
now. Okay.
yeah. There's like a diocese.
Yeah.
there.
Beautiful.
A whole one just in here? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Think like the end of Star Wars, you know, it's like, well, show we're all about to get medals, you know.
Right, yeah, so you get a
And there's
medal,
the
and you get a
Wookiee
medal,
now.
and you get a medal, but fuck you, though.
Yeah. But we show up and we bring in, and like, I'm walking on the side of the aisle that has all the dark fists, and like, he's walking on the side of the aisle that has all
We're
the
dragging him by
holy
his
fists.
shoulders.
Okay.
Yeah, and as we're
Shirtless-
going down, we're like,
Shameful, shirtless shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay.
and we're like, I think, listen, for too long, we've had our differences. The holy fists and the dark fists haven't been able to come together. But I think if there's one thing we can agree on, Uncle Johnny sucks. This guy is not cool. He was down there in the shit, literally, coming up here to just fuck with all of us. Not just us, and not just them, but all of us. So if we can unite behind one ideal, it's that this dude fucking sucks. And they all cheer and they start crying.
Well, let's see how the reaction goes. So you can make a roll with your charisma.
That's, well, it's a 5 plus 2, so 7.
Okay, all right. So I think the compromise here is that yes, the dark fists begin cheering like, hooray! You've captured old Uncle Johnny, which no one really liked in the first place, but we were
Dude
just trying to
sucks.
pretend like we liked him. Johnny is laid out as the sacrificial lamb, so to speak, maybe literally.
Wait, hold on. I didn't agree to this.
They're gonna exile him, the dark fist. The holy fists, it takes them a little bit longer, but we pan over to see your mom and your dad standing by your painting, and your dad finally gives you the like, I understand art now nod. But like it was a metaphor for your great deeds. You were
Yeah.
both a paladin and an artist, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, Dad.
And everybody is cheering and happy, but all of this, the payoff though is during all of this chaos, the halflings make off with some like crucially important artifact, something super special. What is the thing that you managed to get away with? Because you can't like, you can fill your pockets with gold or whatever, but there's got to be some kind of like special item in here. What is it?
It was the piece of the chunk of an antler
Okay.
from a deer that was bronzed or gilded in gold. That was in the town monument reliquary.
Okay.
But it was one of the first bucks that were shot and killed to feed the first settlers.
Nice.
of
Back when there
the
was
Belt.
just one clan of fists.
Yeah, I really don't like the
And that's
founders
the
of
deer
this
that I was
place.
drawing.
Yes, you were trying to draw the sacred
That
deer.
was the deer, of course.
fist.
The
Yes,
deer I
okay.
was
I
drawing.
blubbered
So
like
the-
a baby in front of everyone, and that's what you fucking stole?
So,
gold.
So our final
It's an
scene.
antler in gold.
You can
gold
argue about this
plated.
off camera. Our final scene is the two halflings bickering down the hallway. Like that is what you got? That can opener? So the two of you slip away and exunt Fistington forever, while the Dark and Holy Fist clans are once again reunited after the 6 years of earthquakes following Fist Fest 08. And then we cut to credits. Roll credits, play the music, we're done. Good job, everybody.
We still keep in touch on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I hope everybody had a good time here at Once More Into the Dungeon World. Thank you to my players and to the team for setting all this up so we could stream it, and for you for being in the audience, and you for the internet. And Thank you, Slugs, for bringing us all together.
Go Slugs.
There will be 2 more episodes of this chaos this weekend, so check that out on the GenCon schedule. You can watch it live on Twitch. You can come down in here and check it out. Thanks everybody for playing my weird game. That's it for us. We are done. Good night.
Thank you.